There, and we are at episode 49. Show's coming along nicely. I guess I will start with what's been new lately. It's been a productive month. And like last time we left off, I believe I was struggling still to stay clean. I made it to 6 weeks and then got hit with post-acute withdrawal again. Still having troubles. I did absolutely everything and then some, and I still didn't make it. So this left me pondering and having a lot of disfaith in myself, the program, and I'm like, I did the things I was supposed to do. It still didn't help. But then so I had shared this at the Westover Recovery Support meeting, and then the facilitator made the topic relapse prevention to address it. And then I realized where I've been going wrong this whole time, with negotiating myself up to the fuck it line. In a course of hours, days, however long it lasts until it takes me to get there. But it didn't help that due to the reroute of busing, so the place I go to get help from on a regular weekly basis is across the street from the house I don't want to be at. The bus now, because the detour drops me off in front of the house I don't want to be at, and then I have to cross the street across to the place I need to go get help, ironically enough, because that's the way it is. And this is the only place I can go to get that help. And it's just the way of it, right? And I had no problem for over a month going past this house every day, but when I hit the post-acute withdrawal, it made it a little trickier. I obviously knew that place was there. I was thinking about the things I shouldn't have been thinking of. But at the same mind, see, I was originally taught when I entered the program that to focus on just being clean for today. Don't worry about tomorrow. So in my head, I'm shutting it down, saying, okay, I could use tomorrow, I could use next week, whatever. Doesn't matter. Don't even think about it. The point is you're not using today. Today is not an option. So I'm like, okay, so I get through today. But immediately tomorrow, I think the same thing. And then I'm going through day to day to day, still having the thoughts in my mind, still pushing up my dopamine, spiking my dopamine up higher and higher and higher. Because in my back of my mind, I'm trying to negotiate using, but at the same time, I'm shutting it down, but my dopamine spikes are taking me closer and closer and closer and closer to the fuck it line. And we call it the fuck it line because that's when you've been pushed so far to that line and you're like, fuck it, I don't even care anymore. You can't handle it. It's been too long. You've been dealing with, you're unsuccessful at that point. You didn't detour off of the laneway of relapse or whatever they call it, highway of relapse. And so I was taught to do it that way. But then I'm getting told, no, don't think about it. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, because then you're still giving yourself, you're still negotiating that you're going to use. So because of that, that's why you keep getting the spike, and you can't keep spiking your dopamine. You want to cut it off and interrupt the process. That's how you're successful. So you have to look at it as using is not an option. Now, I said it wasn't an option today, but I didn't tell myself it wasn't an option the next day. I guess this makes a difference. Every little thing, how you handle these things make a difference. And I was doing what I was originally told by somebody, and I thought that that's what you were supposed to do, but I was not doing it the right way, apparently. So I can understand now where I went wrong, because that negotiating the using will always take you up, spiking the dopamine until it hits the fuck it line. It's the way it works. So understanding that plays a huge part. Now, I think when that comes around again, because it's going to, I am better equipped to just say, no, it's not an option. Using is not an option. Do the things I have to do, interrupt the process. Don't let the process advance. That's going to be the biggest thing. So I'm just really feeling a lot better about that, because I couldn't see where I went wrong for a long time. It was really bothering me. And now that I know that that's where I have let myself get to every time, it all makes sense. Yet again, this is not easy for anybody, and learning this as you go sucks. There's no right answer for everybody. Technically, like everybody's recovery looks a little different, and mine is seems to be a little trickier. I need a lot. Some people don't need a lot. I need a hell of a lot. I need all of it. So moving forward, we're ready. So I had that relapse after my going into my 6th week. I'm going to be exactly to the day, to the hour, 30 days clean when I go back to Westover Recovery Support. When I treatment center for stage 2. I'm just going to squeak under that line. I'm a little worried that like maybe there's little bit I didn't use much, but like I'm scared there's still like the remnants of the crossover, and it's going to show up in the drug test, and it's going to be like, oh, an hour past the using point and you can't come. And that would be devastating. I'm really worried about that. Now I'm detoxing and staying clean and trying to clean out my system. So it's all with God now. There's nothing more I can do. I tried my best, and I had to make peace with that. I stopped when I did, and I can't change that. I'm in the 30 days. I should be clean on the test. I just, of course, am worried about what if it isn't, and I'm still. For me to stop, period, I should be thankful and appreciative that I was able to stop, because I can't even do that. I couldn't even do that before, right? So I was able to stop and say, Westover's more important to me. I want to go back. This is not worth jeopardizing. So I got right back on that. And so moving forward, again, I'm just trying to keep that in the back of my mind that, not to ever negotiate. That's a huge one. That's been a huge downfall for me every time. And it's hard not to, like, controlling how your brain works and thinks after you've kind of trained it to be a certain way for so long. You're fighting against what it wants to do, and you're trying to redirect and carve out the neural pathways, and it's just, it just seems like it takes forever for everything to start changing. I know I'm seeing progress though. So like, I'm still having that hard moment of like being hard on myself, and, saying that, trying to learn from this. You can do better. You can learn from this. You can not let this to be the same thing that happens next time. And just trying to be a little stern with myself to remember this stuff and not forget these vital moments that are shaping my recovery. So that part aside, I've been a little having a bad luck. It's been really cold here where I am at, and so I got a cold. I was sick for a week, and then I got better, and then I got the flu, and then I was sick for over a week, and that got really bad, and then I got pneumonia. And right now I'm still on medication for that. I wasn't able to do the polar bear dip because of the pneumonia. It was too dangerous for my body. So I had to stay home. Unfortunately, I did raise over my fundraising goal of $400, and then our team did over $2,000. So for children with childhood cancer. So I'm really happy about that. I'm going to do something for my sponsors to earn the money at a later date when I feel a little bit more better. But right now I'm still healing, and it's just been a really rough season for people being sick. I feel like everybody around me has just been sick after sickness, this like all winter long, and I managed to stay healthy until until February, where I feel like I've been sick for the majority of this month. Which I really technically have for the majority. And that's been really just hard to deal with. I haven't been able to do my routine. I haven't been able to go to meetings. I haven't been able to work out. I try to get out of bed and do these things, and I'm just so sick that I can't. And I'm still fighting a fever right now. I've got really really sick, and it's really unfortunate that it happened when it did. But I still managed to go and have my baptism this Sunday. I wasn't able to do my first solo, because my voice is not has not returned to normal for singing. But enjoyed my baptism. It was really nice, and I'm really happy to have that recommitment to God and to my faith, and really a washing away the sins. And it's really super, super important to me to stay clean from here on out. Like, I know I've said that before, but it's been important to me every time. If I had my way, I really would have liked to stay clean from the beginning. There's a lot of stuff I didn't know, and there's a lot of things I didn't expect. And the post-acute withdrawal was way stronger than I thought it was going to be. And you know, I've up until this point, I've really tried to do the best I could with what I got and how my life is, and the cards I was dealt, and living life on life's terms. It's not easy, but I made it this far, and I've worked my fucking ass off to make it this far. And it just seems at times that, you know, having to fight this hard for the rest of my life makes it seem unattainable sometimes. But I know it's not going to be like this forever. It's just like this right now. And I know it was a lot harder in the beginning as opposed to now. Now I am having increments of challenges, as opposed to it was like a daily increments of challenges every day that I had to like just to try to get sober, stay sober, and just get to 24 hours was a nightmare. It was just seemed like a nightmare. I was never gonna make it to another 24 hours and another 24 hours. And now when I'm sober, I make it almost, you know, I get close to 2 months a lot, and you know, doesn't always work out, but you know, that's still progress. I remember like sitting there and trying to get it out of my system, and it was like a couple hours in, and I was like, I'm never gonna make it through the day. It just seemed like it was never gonna happen. It was so hard. Those hours seemed like an eternity. And now, you know, making it as long as I do it's still a step in the right direction. You know, like one day I will definitely get there, and it's gonna take some time. I'm trying to have peace with that still. So anyways, apart from that, I haven't really done much because I've been so sick for the majority of the month. So I'm still doing my appointments, the ones I can make it to, and you know, going back for rehab. And you know, I'm really thinking that this is going to make a big difference. And if I can make it to, I think I need to be 3 or 4 months clean to do the relapse prevention program that I signed up for. So that's also something I'm working towards, so I can be more successful not relapsing. And like, life is definitely been a challenge, but it's seasonal stuff, right? It's seasonal depression, and being sick this time of the year is normal. And you know, it's a lot of kinks in the recovery. But we're almost through. Spring's right around the corner, and can get back to living a life that's not inside. Avoiding the cold is going to be great because I honestly can't stand it. I miss riding my bike. I miss being outside. I miss doing stuff. I miss like everything not having to revolve around the weather. I'm gonna be able to go back to school before I know it, and it's coming up. Spring's open house is in a couple weeks at Fanshawe, and then I can go check out my program, make sure that's 100% the place I want to apply for, and then I can apply right after that, and then I sit and wait to see if I get in. So I'm pretty pretty stoked about that, and I'm hoping that I'm gonna still have the opportunity to go back because this is what I've been working towards. I don't have necessarily a backup plan if this doesn't work out. I haven't really thought about it. I know that I shouldn't put all my faith in this because nothing is guaranteed, and I know that I'll have to come up with a plan B, and paying for school myself isn't going to really be an option because I owe a bunch of money for my first semester and OSAP and stuff, and I don't know how I'm going to pay that back, let alone like if I were to get more, if they would even let me get more. But right now it's a little too far in advance to worry about, but I know it's something I have to start thinking about soon. I know ultimately life or God will present opportunities to get me to where I want to be if this doesn't work out. So I'm not overly worried. I just don't know what I'm going to do with my increments of time in the meantime. But working out, staying clean, going to meetings, doing my appointments is a great place to start. Anyways, I believe that's pretty much catches y'all up to where I'm at now. I'm really looking forward to this year still. It's going to be a very strong year for me. I did make a vision board. I don't have it with me right now. I'm at a friend's house, but I have some great insight to what this year is going to be on hold for me. I'm really, really excited, and I'm very optimistic about how everything's going to turn out. As long as I just follow my path and do my best, everything's going to be fine. So I hope everyone's having a great day, and thank you for watching. That's enough for today. Bye.